Okay, we're live.
Okay, with that, I will call the March 15th, 2021 meeting of the Fairport Industrial Development Agency to order and do a roll call attendance. Rob Genthner.
Here.
Donna Stefano.
Here.
Leslie White.
Here.
Ken Rohr.
Here.
And Kevin Clark is here. I'll open the public comment portion. And as there would be no one, I don't believe, in attendance at where Martha is, or no one lined up in the queue, then I will close the public comment portion and ask for approval of our February 24th, 2021 meeting minutes of the IDA.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any comments or corrections or discussion regarding those minutes? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Move on to financial reporting, starting with resolution 2021-03, authorizing payment of the IDA bills.
Having reviewed them, I move payment of the bills.
I'll second.
Any questions regarding those IDA bills? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Cash balance and investment reports. We've all had a chance to look at those. Martha, anything that you would like to call out there?
No, just that at the end of the month on 3/31, that CD will mature and we'll be sending those funds over to the village for the Northwest Bank project, the $350,000.
Okay. And we were visited last month by our representatives from Tompkins. Okay. And other financial statements. Anything there that you want to call out, Martha?
Yes, in that rental of real property, you see that this month we're below budget because we are currently negotiating with Corning on their re-upping their lease with us. So we did not receive the payment this month. They probably had it in their payables to expire at a certain point and nobody got back to them. So we've got an agenda item later to talk about that.
Right. Okay. Anybody else have anything on any of the financials for the IDA? Okay. We'll move into old business. Nothing on the agenda. Anything else for old business that we need to discuss? No. Anyone? Moving on to new business. The governance committee met and came up with some UTEP recommendations. So I'll turn that over, whoever wants to discuss that.
Sure, I can take the lead on that. Yeah, we got together on the 1st of March and we spoke about revisiting that 1-to-1 benefit to incentive ratio and adjusting it, and had a good conversation as a group about what made sense. The recommendation was 2-to-1, up from 1-to-1. And we had a conversation about, why not higher potentially? But based on the discussion, we came to the broader board here with a recommendation that we adjust it to 2-to-1. One of the key factors that went into that, Martha highlighted, for example, wanting to make sure that we present as competitive with other IDAs. Another local IDA is at 2-to-1. So we recognize the need to increase it, but wanted to make sure that we weren't going to increase it to a point where it would be a deterrent.
Great.
Other thoughts on that one from Donna or Leslie? Anything I've left out, or Martha or Ed?
No, that was really it was a very succinct conversation, really. It was a good one, very good one. And I think I'm pleased to work with the governance committee on this change.
And I think the only other adjustment was we clarified the capital investment requirements for the real property tax exemptions along in the same general conversation. But we come with that recommendation for adoption for the broader board.
Okay. So I guess at this point, Martha explained, we have on the agenda public hearing for the UTEP. So before we vote on it, are we scheduling a public hearing?
I think what we'd want to do is, Ed, clarify for me that the governance committee is recommending this change to the board. So should the board agree to the change and then hold the public hearing?
So we wait 30 days for the public hearing on this and then vote to approve or deny?
Okay, Ed's gonna weigh in.
Yep, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So I would have us authorize the public hearing and then vote it at the next meeting.
Okay. So can we set that public hearing date for the date of the next meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so I will set the public hearing date of April
19.
19th, 2021 at 4:30 p.m. to discuss the IDA's consideration of revising the UTEP policy. And we will, following that public hearing, we will take action on that recommendation of the governance committee.
Sounds good.
So we need a motion to hold the public hearing.
We do?
Yes, according to council, we take a motion to hold a public hearing.
Okay.
I'll make that motion to do so.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any
Was
discussion?
that Donna?
That was Leslie.
Leslie, I'm sorry. I get them confused.
Any more discussion regarding the scheduling of a public hearing for the UTEP changes? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right. And then the final new business item on the agenda is for the Corning ground lease.
That's right. We've been in a ground lease with them, some shape or form, at least since 2001 with Corning. And that lease expired February 28th. And Ed, I think we want to mute you. Okay. And we've been negotiating and talking with them all along, but as with any large corporate structure, corporate wasn't talking to real estate, et cetera, et cetera. So they've come to us. I shared with you an email from them asking for a 30 to 60 day grace period on the lease because council had sent them a letter saying that they were in a holdover situation. And the consequence of that was that rent was doubled. So they've asked us for a 30 to 60 day period of grace on the existing lease, which I recommend to the board. We also, council and I also had a meeting last week with members from Corning and Monroe County and Empire State Development about their planned expansion, which is probably, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of between 25 and 40 million or something, I guess is what it's in a state of flux right now. It's been through planning here, but we can expect that they'll come to us when they're ready to move forward with a sales tax request. So I recommend to the board that we approve that 30 to 60 day grace period on the existing lease at this time.
Okay.
You want to do 60 days?
Probably easier to do 60 based on how they, literally the person on the phone talked about the real estate people, she's in corporate, plus there's environmental. So I'm not really confident it'll wrap up in 30 days. It's likely going to be 60.
That's fair. So I'd entertain a motion to extend the Corning Tropel lease agreement for 60 days as requested by Corning.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or questions for Martha regarding that? She filled us in pretty well in the email, so. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, that's it for agenda new business. Anything else IDA related, Martha?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Ed, do you have any items to add? Okay.
Anything from the board? Anything else? Okay. Ask for a motion to adjourn the IDA meeting.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion on that? This would probably be the shortest IDA meeting that we've had in our history. All in favor?
Aye.
13 minutes.
Meeting is adjourned. So Martha, if we want to go offline.
Oh, yes. Thank you. One moment, please.